Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Abby and today I'm going to be having a back to school video for you guys. I know it's a tad bit early, but I know people are getting ready for back to school around the summertime, and so I'm going to be doing 10 tips for college freshmen. If you guys would like more back to school videos, let me know in the comments below what you would like to see. This is mainly geared towards college, but I can do high school videos if you guys are interested. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. Alright, so I just wrote down 10 tips right here with me, and I'm basing these off my own freshman year experience in college. I am a junior, so I do have a little bit of insight on just some tips that would have been helpful for me to know, or stuff that I did follow, and that really helps me out a lot. Okay, so the first tip I have for you guys is scholarship. So expensive depending on what you're doing, where you're going, all that good stuff, but scholarships are a great way to get money to pay for school. I recommend you start these your senior year of high school, if not earlier, and check with your school's financial aid office to see if the school offers any financial aid as well. That's how I got most of mine, was through the school itself. They usually have like applications that you can send in for scholarships specific to the school. The next one I would say is making friends your first year is so important. These are the people that you're probably going to be spending most of all your years of college with, and you don't want to be spending that alone. So making friends, branching out and meeting new people, if you already know people that go to school there, is a great way to have a good experience. So I would recommend getting involved on campus, which is something that I personally didn't really do, which I wish I did. Joining clubs and maybe volunteering at stuff, anything that can get you involved in meeting new people. There's usually tons and tons of clubs that you can check out and join. The next one I have is working. So it can be hard to work while in college, and some people choose not to work or not to work their first year. But I personally recommend working your first year, and I recommend doing it on campus, even if it's only a few hours a week. Most schools have a list of jobs that are hiring on campus, and you get to meet so many people, and it's all students working there. It's a great way to make friends, and that is how I met my friends, my roommate that I had throughout college. And it's an awesome way to meet people and get involved and make a little extra money on the side, even if you're not working a lot. I worked like 8 hours a week my first year, and so it was a great way to meet people. I worked in the bookstore, and then starting my sophomore year, I also worked in the game room on campus, and I met all my friends through work. And I really recommend to people your freshman year, at least your sophomore year, but definitely freshman year would be best. Work on campus if you can. Third thing is, don't overdo it. Don't jump in and give yourself a full 18 credit hour schedule, but also don't underdo it. I would recommend sticking at 15 credits at least your first year if you can, if you're wanting to be a full-time student. That's kind of like an average number of credits. You don't want to go under because you're going to get behind, and you don't want to go too over because you're going to be overwhelmed already, away from home most likely. Just learning your way around and just like learning how to manage your time a little more, because you are going to have a heavier workload than you had in high school. It's not necessarily harder work, but it is a greater workload. So definitely don't overdo it, but also don't underdo it on how many classes you take. I took 15 credits my first semester, and then from then I usually took around 17. So 15 to 17 was usually a good range for me. I recommend, if your school allows it, bring a car. I know some websites say don't bring your car, but I didn't have a car. My school allowed it, but I just personally didn't have one yet, and neither did my roommate. Well, my first roommate did, and then when she moved out, my other roommate did not. So it was very hard to get to places, and you're gonna need to leave campus most likely for things at the store. You need snacks, you need drinks, you need medicine, you need all kinds of stuff from like actual stores. And if it's not walking distance, it's going to be difficult to get from point A to point B, and the bus is not fun to ride. It's very sketchy and you have to be on its schedule. And I recommend bringing your car if you can. I know there's usually a fee to bring your car for some schools, but it's definitely worth it because it's really hard to get around without one. And you're gonna need to leave. And sometimes schools will sell stuff on campus that you need, but they jack up the prices. So if you're willing to spend more, then go right ahead. But I know they jacked up the prices for like medicine and all kinds of stuff, and they're crazy expensive on campus. The next would be, it's kind of like an iffy topic, and I can do a pro and con video on it if you guys want, and it would be the dorm. Should you dorm, you know, stuff like that. If you guys want that, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up and I'll make it, because I did dorm my freshman year. If you're going away to college, you most likely have to dorm. So I would recommend dorming your first year, but it also is very expensive. My loan for school was basically just for my dorm, because it is expensive. You do have to get a meal plan, but it's an awesome way to just kind of start your first year, to make friends. You don't have to worry about money, like paying for a place to live or food, because you do have the meal plan and stuff. So you don't have to worry about money at the time. So you're not going to be stressed about money and stressed about classes and, like, you know, being in a new place. And it's also just really easy to be on campus, especially if you don't have a car. So if you are able to, I do recommend dorming your first year. The sixth thing would be, do not overpack. So if you guys have a lot of space, definitely pack whatever you want. I packed all my stuff personally, but my room was a little bigger. But don't overpack. You're not going to have a lot of storage. Do bring stuff that you can kind of utilize to like make more storage. Lots of like pull-out drawers, stuff like that you can put under your bed or something. But don't overpack. You're not going to have a lot of space in most dorm rooms. Number 7 is, I know everyone loves leaving home and being able to party and stuff at school, but I would not overdo it. You want to make sure that you want your GPA for that first year to be good. That's going to start you off, you know, like where you need to be. Like, you need to not start off with a low GPA and then once you get into your harder classes, having to try and get it up with those classes that are going to be harder. You need to start off with something good. So like, don't be going out every single night and like sacrificing your grades for a good time. Like, hey guys, so sorry, the quality and audio is going to change because my camera just died in the middle of shooting and I just don't have time to charge it right now because it's late. So I'm just gonna finish it off recording it on my phone really quick. Sorry. But yeah, okay, I'm just going to continue. I'm sorry if it looks a lot different or anything. So the next thing that I was saying is get your GPA up when you first start school. Do not sacrifice your grades to be going out. A lot of people do this and then they end up not even finishing school a lot of times. Number 8 is make your own class schedule if you can and utilize Rate My Professor. So the advisor is going to recommend what classes you should take. You have so many options of what you can take. It's mainly gen eds for the first like a year or two at least, unless you know what you're doing, which most freshmen don't. So I recommend making your own schedule. They might make one for you, but you can always go and change it at most schools. You can log in and change it to the times and days you want. And you can like go home, look at your options, look at the best times, use Rate My Professor, see what the best professor is. Also, you don't want to get a bad professor. So I would definitely try and do that. I always made my own schedule. So I tried to make it where I had classes only on 2 days a week and I would work the other 2 days. So I would have long days, but I preferred it rather than going to class 5 days a week. So that's up to you guys. Also, I'm so sorry, by the way, this is like very wrinkly. I just unfolded it before making this video. I need to like do something about that. Anyways, try and make your own schedule and use Rate My Professor if you can. That is like the best thing to do. And the last thing is have fun. This is your first year. It is super exciting to get away from home and just have fun. I know I said don't go out all the time, but only if your grades are going to be like, you know, you're sacrificing your grades for that. It's your first year, you're gonna be taking easy classes probably. Have fun while you can before you get, you know, a super heavy workload with a lot of hard classes and then having to work, because most people move out of the dorm after their first year if they can, and then you're gonna be stressed about money and classes. So I recommend having lots of fun your first year. It's all about new experiences and meeting new people and just becoming more independent. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. That is all the tips that I have for you. Let me know if you would like to see more college related back to school videos and tips and all kinds of stuff. I have lots of ideas that I can do, and if there's anything you want to see, let me know below. Again, sorry for the camera change, and I will see you guys in my next video.